Hi, this is My Two Favorite Librarians. I'm Denise Corey.
I'm Chantal Taylor, and today we're talking about budgeting.
Money.
Yeah.
Always a fraught topic.
Yes, a taboo topic not to be talked about around the family dinner table.
Yeah, you're not supposed to talk about money. You're not supposed to talk about what people make.
Nope.
And isn't it like the number one reason for
marriage breakups?
Yeah, for marriages to split up?
I would agree with that. Yeah. So I am Chantal Taylor, and I am a financial hot mess, which is why we're talking about this, because I am trying to get my finances under control. And there are a lot of reasons why people budget. Mm-hmm. Retirement is a big one. Building your credit, repairing your credit, paying off debt, saving for your kids' school. There's all kinds of reasons.
Taking fabulous trips.
Yep.
To Paris.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's all kinds of reasons that people budget. So I'm going to mention a few books that I've read. We've got lots of stuff. And actually, I'm going to write my newspaper article. And we're recording these a little bit early. And I think it will be in the newspaper this week. So I'm going to have a more detailed list in the newspaper if you're looking for some budget books.
We also post those lists from our newspaper articles onto our website. So I know that we don't always list out the books that we talk about on the radio, but you can find some of the things that we're talking about in our newspaper articles too.
Yeah. So for me, I'm trying to pay off some debt. Mm-hmm. And a lot of these budget books really annoy me. A lot. And you see things like, I paid off $17,000 in debt on $35,000 a year income. And it's like, okay, tell me how you did it. Well, I put money in envelopes. Mm-hmm. That does not help me. I want people to, I think every single one of those YouTube videos and books should come with detailed accounting sheets.
What I wish you could see is that she's stabbing the paper on which she has written down the book titles quite vehemently.
Yes. I'm annoyed because they're not telling me anything I don't want to know. So I've been watching YouTube. There's a really good channel called The Financial Diet, which has a lot of really interesting...
And didn't you say they have a book out?
The Financial Diet does have a book out. We do not own it.
But we're getting it.
No, you're thinking of... Because I looked at a couple of apps you can download. So the app, which has its own book, is called You Need a Budget, or YNAB, Y-N-A-B, You Need a Budget. They have a book. I really like the app, but I think when I started budgeting, I didn't really have the brain space to really devote to figuring out the app, and you have to pay for it monthly. What is the point of paying for something when you're trying to save money?
Yeah. Yes.
But the book is really good. And one of the things from that book that I've taken away, which is a really obvious thing that was not really obvious to me, is that you need to give every dollar a job. So when I was budgeting, I paid my bills.
Yes.
I budgeted for the phone, I budgeted for my car, I budgeted for whatever. That money that was left over, I was not budgeting that money.
And then it was a yarn spending spree.
Well, and it wasn't that, because that's my grocery money. It's my whatever. But I'd be like, I don't understand where all my money goes. It's just gone. I don't understand. Because I wasn't specifically writing down, this money goes to yarn. This money goes to groceries.
This money goes to yarn. This money goes to yarn. This money goes to yarn.
Unfortunately, that is
absolutely
not the way.
True.
It is not. It is not. But
my favorite author on this subject, and I know you're going to disagree with me, is Gail VazOxley.
I'm reread one of her books, The Debt Free, and again, she's not saying anything crazy. She's very common sense. She's very logical about things. But a lot of her things didn't speak to me. However, like one of her things is like, well, give up your fancy coffee. Well, I don't drink fancy coffee. So like, what am I supposed to do? I don't drink wine. But
you go to Subway for breakfast.
My food budget is absolutely out of control. I waste so much money on groceries.
Saying this, we did go to Subway for lunch today.
We did. We are bad enablers of each other. Very bad enablers.
I hate cooking. That is a problem.
Yeah.
I hate cooking. So I go out to eat a lot, and it is terrible on my budget.
So
I should just put all of my food money into my going out to eat budget.
Well, and you could do that. I mean, if that's the way you wanted to. I'm seriously considering, I was discussing this with my book club the other night, trying HelloFresh, because you get, it's $49 a week. This is for like the 2-person, because you can't get them.
Sounds like we're advertising.
I know, sorry, this is not paid for. Hashtag not an ad. Not sponsored. But anyway, she didn't really speak to me. Gail VazOxley. Sorry.
Gail VazOxley.
She did not speak to me.
I should mention that we have by her
like $25.
Easy Money.
Yep.
CEO of Everything. Mm-hmm. It's Your Money, Becoming a Woman of Independent Means, which I have not read, but now I'm putting it on my list to read.
Yep.
Money Talks, When to Say Yes and How to Say No.
Yes.
Saving for School, Understanding RESPs, Taking Control of Your Savings.
She covers the gamut.
Oh, wait, no, there's more.
I know.
Money Rules, Rule Your Money or Your Money Will Rule You. Money Smart Kids, Teach Your Children Financial Confidence and Control. Never Too Late. Take control of your retirement and your life. And then, of course, Debt Free Forever, which was the one you were mentioning.
Retirement is one of the big ones, and it's another thing that annoys me about a lot of the budget books is that retirement isn't something I'm totally worried about, and I'm not dismissing that you should be saving for your retirement, save for your retirement, but I'm already doing that. I'm more concerned with the debt. So a lot of the books are about retirement. You've got to go through a lot of pages about saving for your retirement before I get to something that's relevant to me.
I'm going to retire at noon on the day of my funeral, so...
And although I don't know, and again, save for your retirement. It's not the top of my goals right now. No. So one book that I did really like that I got off of Overdrive was called Pocket Your Dollars by Carrie Roca. And I feel like she's a similar age to me, and she had a similar
What age is that?
Old. Middle-aged. She had a similar-ish upbringing to me, and a lot of the things she said really resonated, because a lot of the problem is it's not that I don't get it, it's that I need to change the way that I think about how I spend my money, and that putting money away in, like, I have no savings. I know they can't see that, but I'm gesturing.
She's gesturing, and I'm making fun of her. I do have savings now, which is nice.
I have no savings. So if I had an emergency right now, everything goes onto my credit card, which is not good.
That's not ideal, no.
So she had a few things that she said, and they were more like switching, like changing your, like the treat yourself, which is a big thing in our culture of consumerism that, well, I'll just go here for lunch, or I'm really upset, so I need to go and get a chocolate bar. Or, you know what, I'm just going to buy those shoes. It doesn't matter that I can't afford those shoes. So I can treat myself, but I need to save for that treat, and I need to figure out where that money's coming from before I just go and do it.
Now, I have put aside chunks of money saving for, home renovations. Home renovations are crazy expensive.
Yes.
So I put aside a chunk of money to renovate my bathroom, and then I went to Paris on it.
And that sometimes...
But... I didn't put Paris on my credit card. It was everything. Well, I mean, I used my credit card while I was there because it's easier than trying to change money. But, everything was out of my bank account. So I didn't go into debt for Paris. However, I still have the world's ugliest bathroom. So, you got to balance those things.
Yeah. And I think budgeting is a very personal thing, and what resonates with me is not going to resonate with you. And this is a topic we could probably spend like 2 hours talking about. There's so many books.
But we're almost out of time. They're going to kick us out in a minute.
I know.
They're going to come in here and drag us out of here.
But there's so much out there. It's really up to you guys to go and find your books, to find what's Canadian, because it's also really hard to find Canadian financial advice.
That's one of the things I like about Gail VazOxley, because when you read the American ones, they're talking about like how you're going to pay your medical bills. Well, I'm not paying my medical bills.
Not all of them.
Well, I mean, prescriptions and eyeglasses and whatever, but if I go to see my doctor,
Yeah, it's covered.
I'm paying that in my taxes.
So one Canadian book, I want to mention this because it's a really interesting title. It's called Wealthing Like Rabbits by Robert R. Brown. And I'm currently reading...
like the title.
I'm currently reading it right now. And again, it's all RSPs and retirement planning. But right off the bat, he asked the question and it was related to like saving. So he gives you this little scenario, which is apparently a real thing that actually happened. So if you are on an island and there's no rabbits on the island, not PEI, but like this imaginary island, you're a farmer and you decide, oh, I want some rabbits. I want to hunt some rabbits. So I'm going to introduce rabbits into this environment. So he brought 24 rabbits. How many rabbits do you think you would have in 60 years?
Like a cajillion.
You are very close. They actually did this and it was something like 4 billion rabbits. Which is like an analogy for your... Well, yes.
Yeah.
But...
breeding like bunnies.
Yeah.
So what are you reading?
So I'm reading...
Wealthing Like Rabbits.
Well, other than budget stuff, because I do have a lot of budget stuff. I'm reading The Many Sins of Lord Cameron by Jennifer Ashley. And
I feel like this is a romance.
Yes, it's totally a romance where, you know, wealthy people take care of their women. I'm not having that happen to me.
It's why you got to save.
It's the third in the series. I've mentioned the last two previously, and I really like it a lot.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just picked up Us Conductors by Shawn Michaels.
I know that cover, I think.
I haven't even opened the book yet, but it's about the inventor of the theremin. Do you know what a theremin is?
It's an instrument of some sort, and I've heard it, but I can't.
It's a super weird musical instrument. It's like electrical, and you play sort of... it's Google it. That's all I can say. It's weird. Google it. But this book did win the 2014 Giller Prize, so I do have some high expectations around it.
Good luck with that.
Thank you. It's Canadian.
I
love
know.
it. What's happening at the library?
So I have on my list that on November 14th, there are numerous things happening.
That's funny. I have on my list that on November 14th, there are numerous things happening.
That's right. So in River Hibbert, they're having a pajama party. Mm-hmm. In Pugwash, they're having a robot factory, and those are for kids. PJ Party and Robot Factory. And in Spring Hill, they're showing Dinner at 8 for their classic movie. And Dinner at 8 was one of those fantastic, like, big, fancy ensemble cast movies that they made in the early 30s with all these really famous people. And they made, like, $1 gajillion in the middle of the Depression.
And every Wednesday at the library in Amherst,
Twisted Stitchers
in the evening at 6:30 until 8.
Yep.
And Once Upon a Time in the morning from 10 until 11:30, and that's for ages 0 to 5. And that's super fun because I will sing those songs all day long.
Yeah, I usually put myself on the desk on Wednesday because no one else wants to listen to those songs.
Today's Wednesday. No one wants to hear me sing.
So follow the library on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can check out our website at
www.cumberlandpubliclibraries
to check out all our... Oh, sorry.
You cut me off.
Sorry.
www.cumberlandpubliclibraries.ca
to check out all our pertinent details because all our socials are different. You can also check out our calendar events, which has all of our branches, all 7 locations, everything listed, times and descriptions.
And you can look at our library catalog there and find the books we've been talking about and everything else that we own.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Bye.